Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Provost from Provost Park Pass. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you get notified first when Disney has some breaking news. Today's news is probably one of the hardest things I've had to report on since the pandemic began. And my heart's breaking for a lot of the cast members out there. Disney just recently announced that they're going to be laying off 28,000 employees domestically. I'm going to kind of go through and read to you what the public's statements that they've prepared, what's happening in the news, what's happened privately, and kind of let you know what's going to happen with those cast members. Recently, the state of California's health officials just signaled that Disneyland Resort would likely have to remain closed for the foreseeable future as the state struggles to contain the spread of the coronavirus well enough to allow such establishments to reopen again. The state of California just said, you know what, sorry, Disney, we can't let you, we don't know when you're going to be able to open. Right, basically after that announcement came out, then Disney came out with their prepared statement saying that they are going to have to be reducing costs. And by doing that, they're going to be laying off about 28,000 different employees. Now, let me read to you what that statement exactly says. This is from Josh D'Amaro, the chairman of Disney Parks. I'm going to read it so I get it verbatim exactly what it says. In light of the prolonged impact of COVID-19 on our business, including limited capacity due to physical distancing requirements and the continued uncertainty regarding the duration of the pandemic, exacerbated in California by the state's unwillingness to lift restrictions that would allow Disneyland to reopen, we have made the very difficult decision to begin the process of reducing our workforce at our parks, experiences, and product segments at all levels, having kept non-working cast members on furlough since April while paying healthcare benefits. Approximately 28,000 domestic employees will be affected, of which about 67% are part-time. We're talking with impacted employees as well as to the unions on the next steps for union-represented cast members. Over the past several months, we have been forced to make a number of necessary adjustments to our businesses. And as difficult as this decision is today, we believe that the steps we are taking will enable us to emerge a more effective and efficient operation when we return to normal. Our cast members have always been key to our success, playing a valued and important role in delivering a world-class experience, and we look forward to providing opportunities where we can for them when they return. Josh D'Amaro is actually an amazing leader. I've had the opportunity to meet him twice, and one of the things that really stands out about him is how much he cares about cast members. And I know that this is probably a very difficult decision for them to do to make this decision, but they're trying to keep the company going and moving forward, and this is one way that they can cut costs. Disney has furloughed a lot of their employees since April. They still were paying their health benefits up until now, and now they're going to be laying off people, so they won't be paying a lot of these furloughed employees who have not come back to work, who are still getting their health benefits. A lot of them will probably be laid off, and Disney won't be covering their health costs. And that is one way that Disney could be reducing some of their costs. Now, this is incredibly frustrating for a lot of people. And the reason this is so frustrating is that the California state code has a color-coded system. It's a purple, red, orange, and then yellow. And the governor has came up with this 4-color tier system. And then each of those different tiers, he says when they hit those tiers, what businesses could open up in those tiers. Like, you hit like yellow, you get restaurants. You hit like orange, maybe hair salons. The problem with this color-coded system, there is zero mention about theme parks. Theme parks don't know when. They're like, what tier are we in? When can we open up? And then when the state of California recently just said, hey, Disney doesn't look like you're going to be open for a foreseeable future, I think that's Disney. They let Disney know, like, you're not going to be opening. Disney then had to take a hard look at what's going on, because I think Disney was expecting and hoping to be opening soon in order to avoid of what's happening right now. But this is very unfortunate. Disney is estimated they've lost about $4.72 billion since June. And it's the first quarterly loss in over 2 decades for Disney. It'd be very difficult for your business if you're closed down and you couldn't reopen and you're just waiting to reopen. You are going to be losing. All businesses are going to be losing. No matter who you were, you would lose money, and Disney has been losing money. So Josh D'Amaro also did send out an email to their employees, and I have a copy of the email. And I just kind of want to paraphrase one little part here that he says, as heartbreaking as it is to take this action, This is the only feasible option we have in light of the prolonged impact of COVID-19 on our business, including limited capacity due to physical distancing requirements and the continued uncertainty regarding the duration of the pandemic. As you can imagine, a decision of this magnitude is not easy. For the last several months, our management team has worked tirelessly to avoid having to separate anyone from the company. We've cut expenses, suspended capital projects, furloughed our cast members while still paying benefits, and modified our operations to run as efficiently as possible. However, we simply cannot responsibly stay fully staffed while operating at such limited capacity. When you read that there, you tell that one of the things that Josh is most concerned about is cast members. And he said that, try to return capacity. He wants to have the cast members return if they can, once they start operating and Disney becomes profitable and the parks are opening up. I think that their hands are tied right now because they don't know when they're going to open. The state of California has not given them any indication of when they can open. And I think that's incredibly frustrating for them because they've opened all the other theme parks around the world and they have not seen any significant spikes of COVID cases at any of those particular theme parks. So I feel like Disney is like, hey, we can handle this in California. Let us open. Let us do this. And the state doesn't feel that that's the appropriate action. I get both sides of this. I see both sides of this. And there are some people out there saying, like, you should open. That's reckless to be opening. The thing is, though, it's jobs. We're talking about jobs. We're talking about people who are employed there and for allow them to go back to work. Now, this is not just this layoff is not just affecting theme park employees, cast members. It's affecting all the way across the board. You've got cruise ships. You've got Walt Disney World, Disneyland, like ESPN, across the board. They're going to be looking at that and making their adjustments in those things. This is 28,000 individuals that we're talking about here who are going to be losing their jobs. My heart goes out to you guys. I just want the cast members to know that at Provost Park Pass, we love you guys. We did a video over here. I'll link it again so you guys can see it. We did a love letter to all the cast members. We love the cast members because it's the cast members that make the Disney experience so special, so good, and so fun for us. You're the ones that bring the magic. And I just don't, I know that words are sometimes cheap and know that we stand behind you. And when the parks do reopen, Provost Park Pass will be there. Our family will be there. Our friends will be there. We'll be back there and we will go back there to support you guys. And hopefully you can return and we can see you guys again in Disney. Just know that we absolutely 100% stand with you as cast members. We love you guys. We think you're amazing. And this is one of the most difficult things that's going on right now. And I'm so sorry that you guys have to go through this. Take deep breaths, just deep breaths. You're going to be fine. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. And eventually things will start to return back to normal. And the second they do, we will see you again at the parks. I just want you guys to know, like, we care. I'm so sorry. This sucks. I've had a lot of cast members reach out to us, and you're in our hearts. All right, everybody, take care. Be good. Be kind out there. And wash your hands. Wear your mask. Let's get this over with so we go back to work.